Good day, great students. I am Dr. Vincent Paul from the Department of Entrepreneurship Studies, Faculty of Administration, Nasarawa State University, Kefi, Nigeria. I'm here to present a lecture on ENT222 titled Startup Funding. This course is about funding a startup business. Businesses that are new, initiated by entrepreneurs who are starters. On this, it has a financing cycle or life cycle. And in this life cycle, it's as the same thing as the human life, which has a beginning and the end, meaning the birth period and then the death period. We will, on this, look at determining capital requirements that these entrepreneurs need to have in place to enable them access funds or funders to finance their business in order to aid the growth of the business. In this aspect, there are steps to look at. Look at the business plan, the financial projection of the entrepreneur, the operating expenses, capital expenditures, working capital, contingency funds, and many others. We'll again look at factors determining these financial strategies or financing strategies, where we have to look at it based on stages. Well, the first stage is the development stage, and again look at industry and the market. We'll look at the growth plans, the business model, revenue generation, including the founder's revenue, whether it has a capacity to accommodate the requirement of the entrepreneur or entrepreneurs. And one of the key aspects to look at by these entrepreneurs is the level of risk tolerance, which all humans, including their activities, are exposed to risks. We'll again look at SME financing strategies and options. On this aspect is looking at the sources available before an entrepreneur that he or she can access. On these options, the first option available for an entrepreneur is the self-funding, followed by accessing funds through family members, friends, and then look at loans from outside, basically micro loans, traditional loans, bank loans, and then other entrepreneurial loans. We'll again study the government financing initiatives. These are initiatives created by the government to ensure starters or business owners have access to finance to support economic development, job creation and generation, innovation, and specific industries that can help to boost the economy of the country or the society at large. So government initiate these policies and programs to see that this brings about development. And entrepreneurs can access this through common grants and subsidies, low interest loans, tax incentives, export financing programs, and many others available options or initiatives. We'll also look at credit guarantee scheme financing options. This is another area in which the same government or is a government-backed program that is being designed to guarantee lending to businesses and individuals, serious-minded individuals who might not meet up the typical credit requirements of financial institutions by these entrepreneurs. So government pave way or grant for these entrepreneurs to access facilities in order to fund the business. And on this, you have available loans like working capital loans, terms loans, startup loans, export financing loans, and the rest of others. We also look at SME financing practices in other countries. And on this aspect, it is a ground for comparison how other countries of the world also practice their startup businesses or ventures. We have countries that are cited here like Germany, India, Singapore, South Africa, and the rest of others. This is to give a room for better comparison so that entrepreneurs in Nigeria will be able to understand their capacity in terms of performance. And finally, we'll be looking at SME financial management areas, which has three key areas to assess. The first one is financial planning, the second is financial control, and the third is financial decision making. And there are other basic financial management areas entrepreneurs of this magnitude must look at: the budgeting and forecasting, cash flow management, expenses management, and many other factors. Thank you for listening.